Good morning, everyone. Now, this isn't a review in the way I usually do my reviews. This is sort of more in hindsight. I was using it this morning and realised just how much I actually do use this pressure washer. It was something I've used on stable yards, the big sort of industrial version, most of my life, for cleaning harness, cleaning horses, cleaning rubber matting. Always been invaluable, but I never thought about getting one for myself, never really saw the need. And then when I moved into this house a few years ago, the walls needed doing. They had quite a lot of green on them, and the patio needed doing. And I looked into hiring one, because actually they were cheap enough. I just went and got one, and it's been brilliant. I use it. Probably only use it 3 times a year, but I'll do a load of stuff all on the same day. So today, my main objective was cleaning the rug. This pressure washer is really, really easy to set up. It is plug-in lead for electric. My attachments are already correct. My attachments on the hose are correct. So it's just making sure you've got that right hose lock attachment, fixes onto the sort of nodule at the back, and then the wand and lead come out of it. And it really is as easy as plugging the electric in, making sure you've got water running first, turning it on the machine. There's a big sort of switch you just turn, quarter turn, and then starting off the wand. It's very satisfying. Now, I'm using cold water because I don't have a hot water attachment on my hot tap. That is something I'll look at in the future, but obviously if I'm going to do that, I've then got to weigh up cost as well. So there's not much I found that doesn't come out well with cold water. As you can see, this rug, what I use a lot of is Persil non-bio. It's washing liquid. Designed to go into your washing machine. But I know that I don't have any allergies or reactions to it, and it's mild enough for all the dog bedding. As long as you get it out well, you do have to get it out fully. You can attach detergent to the machine. I might have a go at that next time actually, but I've done it this way. I've tried going on my hands and knees and scrubbing a diluted formula in first. But this always seems to do the job, and I've always been happy with the results. It's really satisfying after the winter. I've had Puppy this time. He's been very good, he's not had any accidents. But I have cats that bring in birds, rats, mainly rats, sick in here, and that sort of thing. So it's really nice to actually get the rug clean. Yeah, you can see it comes out well. Takes some doing. This isn't a quick job. Just don't expect to be done in 5 minutes. It is important you get all the detergent out, and it's also important it's the right type of rug. This is quite a close sort of woven one. There you go, satisfying. Nearly sort of everything out. Water's nearly running clean. What's got there? What difference? That gets hung on the bench to dry, and then this is where I started to count. Can you see, even with no detergents or anything, I didn't use any on the doormat, it gets the hair out. I do have a tool that you can scrape the hair out with, but this does it and gets it clean at the same time. That's right. For a machine that didn't cost me a lot of money, doesn't take up a lot of room in the garage. I said you've got the space and you've got the sort of facilities readily available. You can get electric and water to it. I think there's so much uses for one of these, particularly for someone with cats and dogs. I use it on the kayak paddleboard. I didn't do them today because they'd already been done. It's very, very useful for those. Like I say, a white wall in my garden. I started this time but realised it's actually going to be painting this year. I tend to pressure wash it 1 year, paint it the next. Look, how that's coming up. It's particularly brilliant for items that don't go in the washing machine. I should have done my bath mat. If that's too heavy and can damage the washing machine when it really sort of soaks in the water. This is a great way to use your bath mat. Now this one I weighed up afterwards. Actually, I would have been better off putting it in the machine. This is a runner that I use by the back door. So I used to mess with dogs, but I had no idea just how far muddy cat paw prints can go through a house. So this goes by their cat trap at the back door, and it's actually really lightweight, which is why it's folding up whilst I'm washing it. And this one, in hindsight, will be much better off going in the washing machine. It'd be quicker and easier, and probably cheaper to do it that way. That's one. Made a mistake on this time. It came up well, but like I say, don't need to do the machine next time. You'll learn. And it is very satisfying with all that foam. I deliberately chose a really windy day to do all this, because I knew I'd get those to dry. Right, onto dog beds. This one is way too heavy to go into the washing machine. It just absorbs water like nothing else, but the dogs love it. I've got 2 of these. This one's the larger of the 2. Usually have 1 in the house at a time. And although I've started using throws on the dog's beds, so it's easier to put a throw in the machine and the whole bed, this one they sort of move the throws off and just touch themselves. They love that furriness of it. So this one really is useful with the pressure washer. I scrub it by hand through the winter, but this just gets soaked right into it. And it gets rid of that horrible doggy smell. I don't know about you, I love my dogs, I think the world of them, but I cannot bear that horrible doggy smell. It's why I've got so many beds and throws and things, so that I can alternate them round. It's why the rug was annoying me. And that's what this pressure washer does, basically. Gets rid of all those horrible smells. I do let my dogs have a fairly natural life. I don't bath them daily, which would be the alternative. I don't do that. Instead, it's regular cleaning of the bedded. Okay, this bed is absolutely ideal for it. It's a waterproof bed. I got these for camping. The dogs love them, so I've got 1 in the house. They are quite bulky to take camping, actually. But they do absorb the dirt. They're the ones I encourage the dogs to go in when they come in dirty. Usually I do wash off the bottom, sort of the undersides of the dogs, their tummies and their legs. But if I don't, these are the beds I want them to go in. So as a result, the beds get filthy. You can see that's really sort of satisfying, all that foam coming up. You know it's getting in nice and deep, turning mud coloured. Yeah, it's not a job to do in your nice clothes. I would definitely recommend putting old sets on. So while I was doing all this, I then noticed that the swing seat in the garden is going green around the edges after winter. Again, this is a great way of taking off that green on the swing seat. And many other sort of garden furniture, really. You can just use the bottom edge of my rug, which I've hung over the top. One more doormat. This one's similar to the runner. For some reason though, I can't bring myself to put this in the washing machine. It just gets too filthy. It's one and by the front door, so all our boots, all our paws go on it. And you can see that red Devon mud coming out. Yep. Yep. And that's even before any detergent is put on. So that's what I like. This spray just gets so nice and deep. And I do scrub a lot of my things over winter, but it's so much easier than getting down on hands and knees, scrubbing. There's a difference in the colour. I get some detergent on. I always get overboard of detergent on this one. Definitely that much smaller. Again, you can see the colour underneath is completely different to what we started out with. It's such a good feeling getting everything clean after the winter. I know it won't last forever, and I will do it again probably in a couple of months' time. It's a great start. As I was doing the edges of this mat, it started cleaning the concrete underneath as well from the patio, and that makes you realise just how filthy that is. That's the trouble with this, you start doing one thing looks clean, then you're on to the next. So I did do a square of patio, but that's got to wait till later in the year. I need better weather. And there is an attachment on the Karcher, a round sort of head that is designed for an even pressure, because otherwise you find if you go too close with one bit, you end up with one really clean section and the next bit not so clean. So you can just hear Merlin playing with his squeaky toy in the background. But yeah, I could have got so carried away with the patio this time. Don't save from getting anyone else in. So that's the rug drying, looking a lot cleaner. I've managed to get quite a lot of doormats done. Dog bedding. There we go, it's all hanging on the line, looking very satisfying. So there we go, not my usual review where I'd start with unboxing and getting the hang of something, so I'm afraid it's not as in-depth. But I'd just come to realise how much I used it and what an invaluable bit of kit it's become to me. And I'm just one person with 2 dogs, 2 cats. So yeah, I would highly recommend a Karcher pressure washer, even if you only use it a few times a year. I've had mine 4 years now. Never an issue with it, nothing's broken on it. It's just been easy. And I wasn't doing reviews and things when I got it, which is why I didn't do it at the time. But yeah, I'd highly recommend if you're considering it. But there's no downsides, really. Yes, there's costs involved in running one, but nowhere near as much as having everything done professionally, and just so satisfying to be able to get things cleaner than you could by hand. So there we go, everyone. I hope that helps some of you, and see you all again soon.